Hey, thanks for tuning into the roaming range. Today we're going to be testing out some new discs. We're going to test these Kastaplast versus some Innovas. All right, stay tuned. That was dead straight. What is up, gang? All right, in today's video we're going to be reviewing some new birthday present discs from Kastaplast. We've got the Stig and the Svea. They're both mid-ranges. I was recently listening to a Building the Bag podcast with Robbie C, and they had a guy on from Sweden who told us how to pronounce all these names and said he could throw the Stig about 400 feet. And that got me curious. So it's pretty domey. It's a speed 6, so like a Leopard speed. And the Svea is a speed 5, so like a Roc speed. So I think I'm gonna take out some Rocs. Got some brand new Rocs here. And probably gonna take out a Leopard and see how these discs compare. I'd give you flight numbers, but they don't really matter. It's what that disc does for you, and you have to actually go out and try it. So let's get into it. All right, a couple things I'm taking out today. I've got some air hose, which equals the distance that I'm comfortable putting. So if I can hit it in that circle, I've got a good chance at a birdie. I've got some collapsible cones so I can try out some different distances. Got my rangefinder from Bushnell. My pound bag. This bag, I turned 42 today, and I got this bag when I turned 40 down in Utah, and this bag is just outperformed what I thought it could. It is the only disc golf bag I've ever owned. I've always carried just camera bags, but this is the first shoulder backpack strap shoulder style bag that I've owned. It's got room for tons of discs, jackets, gear, warm-up stuff, and it's held up really well. So it's really good bang for your buck, and it's made in the USA. So if you're considering getting a pound bag, I highly recommend it. Let's get going. $200, $250, $300. All right, first test flight will be at 200 feet. So not gonna be 100% power throw, but backhand should finish left. I know the Rocs finish left, so I'll throw the Rocs first, then we'll do a Svea. Just a DX Roc, brand new from the ice bowl. Hasn't been beaten up yet, so it's gonna finish left. I'm gonna aim a little bit right. Bullseye. These Rocs off the shelf always have a finish to them. A lot of people think they're too overstable, but if you get a DX, the low end plastic, it'll beat in really fast, start to fly straight, then turn right. If you get a KC Pro plastic, which is a little bit stiffer, it's gonna last a lot longer in whatever phase you've seasoned it to. Some of my favorite discs are KC Pro Rocs. All right, that's 2 in the circle. Let's give this Svea a shot. It's in the K3 hard plastic, so I might be able to beat it up out here in the desert. Ooh. It's got a little bit more turn to it, so that's kind of nice. Let's try to test the Stig. We're comparing the Stig with a Star Leopard and a Leopard 3. It's 200 feet. I know most people aren't throwing that, but you might, you never know. It's gorgeous. All right, now the Stig. All right, not much difference in those at 200 feet. Yeah, so not bad for 200 feet. Just a nice smooth Frisbee throw, get you there. I think they all landed in the circle, and the only flight difference I noticed was between the Roc and the Svea, the 5-speed. Off the shelf, it's a little more, I'm gonna call it stable. I would call the Roc overstable off the shelf because it's finishing to the left on that backhand throw. And that Svea just felt like it wanted to go dead straight. So maybe a little flip up on it, it'd be nice. So the distance control was really good on those throws. I had 4 out of 6 that landed pin high, which means they're in line with the pin. So if I was going for a shot that's 200 feet in distance, I've hit that mark 4 out of 6 times. And I'll take that, because that's what you're aiming for distance. All right, it's not, I don't typically forehand the Roc, but you know, we're doing some test flights today, so I'm gonna forehand all these, see if I can get them 200 feet. You never know. Man, that Svea is definitely a little bit straighter than those off-the-shelf Rocs. I didn't even have to put much on that one, it went dead straight. That's why you try forehands when you don't normally try them, with a disc that you wouldn't try or a typical distance, because you might have a shot that you don't know you have. All right, we'll go with the Stigs, Leopard 3, Leopard, forehand. Ooh. Dang, those are perfect. All right, so far so good. 250 feet, let's go with the backhand first. Roc. Gets in the circle. Definitely has a fade to it, so you gotta aim to the right, let it fade in. That's good. All right, Svea, I'm curious if it's a little straighter, I need to probably aim, I think, right at it. Man, look at that. Yeah, it's straighter. It's almost even a little bit understable. So I need to hyzer flip it next time. Part of the reason I'm testing out this Stig is because that podcast I listened to, Building the Bag, I'll have to look up what episode it is. I think the guy's name is Tom from Sweden, but he was explaining how in woods golf, where they're from, if you can get the distance of a fairway driver with the flight of a mid-range, that's what these discs are for. So you're trying to hold it straight through the woods, have it land soft, and instead of flare skipping out of the way. So these 6 and 7 speeds are just about in that range. The Leopard 3's a 7, but I don't really count that one. It flies like the Leopard pretty much. So yeah, so you can get more distance and a more predictable finish. I think people really do sleep on like 5s and 6s in speed. That's good. Yep. Oh man. Okay, that Stig just went farther than the Leopard and Leopard 3 with the same power throw. Curious. Wow. All right, the Stig outdrove the Leopard and the Leopard 3, which are both 6 and 7 speeds. It outdrove them by about 50 feet. So, man, I think the glide on this is probably more than the Leopard. It's got a little bit more dome to it. There's the Stig. There's the Leopard. But man, I've only ever tried the Kastaplast Berg, which if you listen to that podcast, you'll find out it's not pronounced Berg, it's pronounced Batty, which is, I don't know how that makes sense, but that's what it is. And it also means the mountain. So the Berg is in my bag as like forehand, backhand, straight shots that finish short. You don't want to overthrow something, but I've always been impressed with Kastaplast plastic. They have the smoothest feeling disc off the shelf. I mean, the tooling on this thing, there's no sharp flare marks. This K1 plastic, which is their premium, really holds its shape for a long time. I've really beat up my Berg. Winston plays with it and it shows no signs of wear. Look at the cut they made on this. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it, but usually there's a little nipple there from the injection molding, and it looks like they've masterfully cut out the middle. You know, when you take that much care into your product, it's well worth it. I think I've only thrown this a couple times, and based on Tom's recommendation in that podcast, I'd go buy one of these. I mean, if you want distance that flies like a mid-range, this is pretty nice. Let's try some forehands. So we're gonna go with the 5 speeds, the Rocs, the Svea, and I'm not quite sure I can get a forehand there at 250. We'll try. I'm just gonna try and smooth one out there, and if I get short, I get short. We'll start with the 2 Rocs. That's usually my miss with forehand in a Roc, is that I roll it over and it goes left. So maybe I'll lean over a little bit on this shot. All right, it hyzered the whole way, but at least I knew where it was going. And now the Svea. I'm definitely gonna lean over on this one and put a bit of an angle on it so it stands up. That's not bad. All right, let's go to the Leopards. All right, pin high. I gotta aim a little to the left. Oh, I think that one made it. All right, Stig. All right, I rolled it a little bit. Let's go check it out. All right, we've moved up to 300 feet, football field distance, which is pretty cool to be able to throw. Most courses average 280 a hole, so if you're at 300 feet, you're probably doing pretty good if you can be accurate. We will do how far can we throw these at the end of the video here, see what kind of distance we can get, but I just gotta say that I've been practicing lately on the roaming range with only a couple discs, a couple duplicates, and you can really get out there and dial in a shot, and then you have kind of a breadwinner in your bag. You know, you don't need to throw a ton of molds in around. You can carry a bunch, but I've started to carry duplicates of ones that fly the same so that I can, in practice, try and replicate that shot. Because you might hit a lucky shot, but if you've played disc golf long enough, if you're not practicing, you're going to get out there and just play around, and you're shooting different angle shots that you don't often practice. So they don't usually work out well. So you got to get out there and practice. So yeah, bag a couple breadwinners. Let's see if we can get 300 feet. Let's go with the mids first. Roc. All right. Well, I think the distance is right, but they're skipping a little left. See, even at 300 feet, those mid-ranges are moving on me. They're fresh off the shelf, so once they beat in, they'll land flatter. I think that's what this Svea is gonna do. I'm gonna try a hyzer flip with it. Put a little angle on it, let it stand up and ride. Oh man. That was dead straight. Stood up, started to come over, and then finished. That's a nice disc. So off the shelf, it's the disc that I recommend why people buy a Roc that's a DX plastic or KC Pro, so they can beat it up to get that flight. Here's the Svea. Off the shelf, you get that flight. Now it is a different plastic. Understand that molds of Frisbees in different plastics fly differently. I think it's the K3 hard plastic that Svea is in. Let's get to the Leopards. Star Leopard. Oh yeah, nice. Star Leopard 3. Woo, almost hit the cone. Stig. Oh, right at the cone. Huh, kind of surprised myself today. You know, I was struggling to tell my family what I would like to get for my birthday as a gift. And I always come back to Frisbees, even though I don't need any more. It's always fun to try new plastic and put something new in your bag. Kind of gets you excited about things. So I asked for a couple discs. I got a Kastaplast Stig as we're testing, a Svea as we're testing, and also got a Champion Innova Eagle, which, as I understand, do not fly like Calvin Heimberg's off the shelf. So I'm gonna have to beat that one up a bit. But you know, it makes me think too, the last couple Innova discs that I've purchased have really bad tooling marks on them, like sharp edges around the rim, just these flared, I don't know if they're not sanding them or what, but Kastaplast has not had that issue that I've seen. Granted, they make more mids than they do drivers, but I kind of have to beat up those Innovas to make them feel comfortable. Oh man, 4 out of 6 in the circle, 300 feet. And that's come with practice. Just coming out to the field, playing the same disc, the same distance, going out to a course, playing a hole over and over and over again, just to know what disc flies the path that I'm trying to get it to fly. So get out there. I encourage you to get out into the driving range, make your own course, take notes, and yeah, it's really fun to be good at disc golf. So hope you get there, and if you keep watching the videos, if you've watched this far, you might as well go ahead and subscribe. So me and my family live on the road in an RV. We've seen over 100 courses in the past 2 years, and we've decided to hit the road again. We're gonna keep doing it. So if you like course design tips, disc golf frisbee tips, form reviews. Go ahead and subscribe. All right, let's see if we can get some 300-foot forehands there, and then we'll go for distance. Okay, Roc. I'll just be happy if I get 300 feet. I don't even know if it'll be accurate, but that'd be cool. Not bad. Oh, can't wait to try this Svea. Yep, K3 hard, that's the plastic. Again, no nipple. Somebody took the time to cut that off. The mold is good, there's no tooling. Just comfortable, man. See how it does on a forehand. Wow, it's a good flight, just not enough height. Leopard. A little short. Ooh, it might be in the circle. Stig. I think goes, but rolled it a little bit. All right, let's get to the max distance ones. Probably just gonna go backhand on these. I think those forehands were my max distance. I got them, most of them 250. And the Stig, which I kind of turned over, actually went 300. Way off to the left, but it went 300. So we're gonna give it a shot, see which one of these can go the farthest. I'm gonna just try and hit it on an angle that I think will get the most distance. Let's start with the Rocs. Okay, we cleared the circle, so that's good. A DX Roc. About 300. Oh, here we go. Svea. Even if this turns to the right, if I give it enough height, it'll be awesome. Maybe 300. Leopard. Nice. Leopard 3. Stig. If that's the farthest one, I've always had a problem buying frisbees looking to buy distance. And I always go to 9 speed, 10 speed, 11 speed, 12 speed. I don't think I can throw a destroyer that far. So yeah, let's go see how far that went. All right, my farthest Roc went 269 feet. Svea, 270. Out of the box. Awesome straight disc. Leopard 3, 320. Stig, 325. So already out driving myself. Nice. All right, thanks again for joining us on the Rummy Range. We'll see you on the next one. If you got any discs that you'd like reviewed, like a slot that's missing in your bag, and you're wondering, like, what does Chuck do for a forehand of 250 feet? Let me know. See you on the next one.